Hello everyone, welcome to my math tutorial number 20, dated 18th June 2025. My name is Mr. Lovex Israel Orengo. Welcome. The topic today is Vectors 1, Part 3. In Part 1 and 2, we talked about a number of concerns about vectors, about how to present a vector, how to get the magnitude of a vector, how to operate on vectors, how to multiply a vector by a scalar, how to add vectors. Now in this section, we are talking about midpoint of a vector and a translation vector. Midpoint of a vector. A vector with its ends at x1 and y1 and x2, y2 has its midpoint at x1 plus x2 all over 2, y1 plus y2 all over 2. The midpoint divides a vector into two equal parts in the ratio 1 to 1. Therefore, it means if P is the midpoint of a vector AB, then L to P ratio PB is 1 to 1. In short, we say point P divides vector AB in the ratio 1 to 1. Example 1. Find the midpoint of each of the following pair of points. We have point A, negative 3, 2, and B, 4, 2. We have point P, 0, 4, and B, 0, negative 2. We have point K, 0, 0, and B, AB. For the first pair, the midpoint will be given by negative 3 plus 4 over 2. That's for x, and 2 plus 2 over 2, which is a half 2. For the second pair, the midpoint will be given by 0 plus 0 over 2, which is 0. 4 plus negative 2 over 2, which is 1. For the third pair, the midpoint will be obtained by 0 plus a all over 2, which is half a or a over 2. 0 plus b all over 2, which is b over 2 or a half b. Example 2. In the figure below, OAB is a triangle. A is the midpoint, A is the point 2, 8, and B is the point 10, 2. C, D, and E are the midpoints of OA, OB, and AB respectively. That what it means. C is the midpoint of OA, D is the midpoint of OB, and E is the midpoint of AB. Now, find the coordinates of C and D. Find the rank of the vectors C and D and AB. And C, find the column vector OE. Now for part A, find the coordinates of C and D. For us to forget the coordinates of C and D, we've been told that C is the midpoint of O and A. That will just say C would be the value of, that is x plus 2 all over 0 plus 2 all over 2, which gives us 1. Then 0 plus 8 all over 2, which gives us 4. For D, we take 0 plus 10, 0 plus 10 all over 2, then 0 plus 2 all over 2, which gives us 5, 1. Then we are told that in part B, we find the length of vectors CD and AB. Before we find the length, we have to find the vectors themselves. Now, vector CD equals to the coordinates of D minus coordinates of C. That's coordinates of D, which we have already obtained, minus coordinates of C. That's 5 minus 1, which is 4. Then 1 minus 4, which is negative 3. Now, the length of vector CD will be negative 4 squared plus negative 3 squared. We get 25 under square root 5 units. For AB, we take the coordinates of B minus coordinates of A. That's coordinates of B, 10, 2, minus coordinates of A, 2, 8, which give us 8, negative 6. Now, its magnitude will be 8 squared plus negative 6 squared under root, which gives us 10 units. Part C, find the column vector OE. The column vector OE. Now, OE equals to OA plus AE. And for us to get from vector O to E, we can move from O to A, then from A to E. That's what I mean, OE plus AE. Now, E is the midpoint of line AB. Therefore, we take the midpoint of AB, that's 2 plus 10 all over 2, 8 plus 2 all over 2. We get 6, 5. Now, vector AE is the points of E minus the points of A. That is 6, 5 minus 2, 8, which gives us 4, negative 3. Now, OE is given us the coordinates of E minus the coordinates of A, which is 2 plus which is, OE is now given as the vector OA plus the vector AE. Now the vector OA was 2, 8, and the vector AE has been 4, -3. We get this one 6, we get this one 5. Welcome to translation vector. A translation is just a displacement along x-axis and the y-axis respectively. Therefore, if we are looking for a translation, it's just a movement. If a point is on a given position and you're told that you translate it, you first consider how it has been moved along x-axis, either to the negative direction or positive direction. Then after that, you consider the displacement along y direction. Now, in this case, a translation vector is of the form xy, where x is the displacement along x-axis and y is the displacement along y-axis. A translation is a transformation which changes the position of an object in a given image. To obtain the image, the following formula is used. For a translation, an object plus a translation vector gives us the image, in shortened as OT, O plus T equals to I. Object plus translation equals to image. Consider this example 3. The point A32 is mapped onto A prime 71 under translation T. Find under translation T1. Find T1. If A prime is mapped onto A double prime under translation T2 given by -35, find the coordinates of A prime. Now, for the first case, we say the formula is O plus T equals to I. The object A is at 32. The image A prime is at 71. Let our translation vector be x, y. Now, 3 plus x equals to 7. That means x equals to 7 minus 3, which is 4. 2 plus y equals to 1. That implies that y equals to 1 minus 2, which is -4. Therefore, our translation vector T1 is 4, -1. 4, -1, that's xy. Now, for the second case, our image A prime, 71, plus translation vector T2, which is -3, 5, gives us the image, the second image, that's the image A double prime, the image of A prime. That's 7 plus -3 gives us 4. 1 plus 5 gives us 6. Now, this is not a vector, a coordinate. For us to get a coordinate, we have to write it in a linear form. Therefore, A double prime is at 4, 6. The last example for this session, the image of A -2, 5 under translation vector T is A prime 2, 2. B prime 9, 5 is the image of B under the same translation T. Determine the coordinates of B. For this case, we also have two sets. We have to consider point A and the translation. The formula is O plus T equals to I. Now, A is 2, -2, 5, plus the translation vector we don't know, we get A prime, which is 2, 2. In this case, we say -2 plus x equals to 2. Therefore, it means x equals to 2 plus 2, which is 4. 5 plus y equals to 2. That means that y equals to 2 minus 5, which is -3. Therefore, our translation vector T is 4, -3. Now, to the second point B, we are given the image. We are looking for the coordinates of the object, but we write a formula B plus T equals to B prime. Now, let our B be xy. Therefore, it means x plus 4 equals to 9. That implies x equals to 9 minus 4, which is 5. Y plus -3 equals to 5. That means y equals to 5 plus 3, which is 8. Therefore, the coordinate of B are 5, 8. Thank you for watching. Feel welcome in advance to my 21st math tutorial. Hope you are enjoying.